What's going on, people? It's Mr. back again with the preview. Hope everyone's fit and well. And yes, it's the Nottingham Forest against Huddersfield preview. I've got a special guest in Huddersfield fan, Brad. How you doing?
Yeah, good. Really happy to be here. Glad you've brought me along. It should be a good chat for what looks to be a really good game.
Okay. Well, for you lot, because I bet you lot are buzzing because I don't know. It's two things, mate, because we're in a poor form, but we've sacked a manager. So we'll start. We'll start with, like I said, before we do start, like you've got a YouTube channel, and Brad, let's talk about your channel.
I love making Huddersfield Town content, previewing the games, going to the games. Similar to yourself, really. It's just living and breathing Huddersfield Town, really. Posting all about it. Probably could have done more than I should have done about signings, really. But yeah, we're in great form now, so I'm really happy that it's content that's sort of fueled into a bit more of a positive than the more of a rant like previous years.
So right, so let's talk about tomorrow's game. Let's talk about Huddersfield. Like, how's Huddersfield started this season?
Now, first two games, I was worried. I'm going to be honest. I have to eat humble pie sometimes, like any football fan. And first game of the season, you get Derby County, who've been in. I know, obviously, smiling because you'll have been one of the happiest people alive to see them in such turmoil. And
well, I won't say happy because we're worse. So I won't say.
Yeah. But obviously, at the beginning of the season, to see that there would be a disadvantage, obviously, Forest fans will have been pretty sort of, happy about that. And I thought, we should absolutely do these over, like 3 or 4-0. And then we went and draw, and I was like, oh, I was a bit like shocked by it. Losing 5-1 to Fulham, then they're different class to everyone, and I should have accepted that then and there. But aside from that, we've recovered. I think we've sort of implemented this style correctly now, and we're going to games holding on and not conceding straight after scoring. Little lapse against Stoke the other week. I wasn't there, but I've sort of seen everything. But yeah, most part, it's a positive start. We're in the top 6, so you can't really complain for what we've spent, for what we've done so far. It's top 6, you can't really complain.
Talk about your manager. What's your manager's name again? I forgot his name.
Carlos Corberan.
That's Corberan. He was assistant manager to Leeds, but then he transferred to be as a manager. I personally thought, because him going from Leeds to Huddersfield, being a manager, what was your first thoughts when he first joined you lot, and how has he been?
Obviously, some of us sort of thought that maybe there'd be a bit of a weird one. Obviously, with us, but we are rivals in some senses. We are obviously very close to each other. So there was a couple of, why we got a Leeds manager. But I guess that's more so a thing with players, really, more than managers, because staff's a bit different in terms of, sort of thing. Unless they're bad-mouthing the club, then you're not really going to have a problem with it. Initially, we were very positive because we knew the style that Bielsa had played and thought if we could replicate that, then we'd be laughing. But it's taken time. It has taken time it's only now really sort of, come into play, really. So at the time of appointing him, we were pretty happy. But I think deep down we knew it wasn't going to be an overnight job, and it were going to be a long-term sort of plan, especially with the squad we had and the players that, clearly didn't want to be here, and we've got rid of them now. So.
Like I said, it's been up and down season so far. But what players that have you been impressed, and what players that have you been disappointed?
I think the ones that shine out for me that I didn't rate was I think first things first, I need to mention someone who doesn't get any credit at all, and that's former Sheffield Wednesday man Tom Lees. For Sheffield Wednesday, my stepdad is actually a Sheffield Wednesday fan, so I spoke to him and sort of said, what do you think of this guy? You've said good things over the years, but you're getting relegated, so he can't be that good. And then I've seen him come into the club, and he's been quality. He's like really defensively solid. Like you can sort of see when a defender has experience and can battle for the ball. And Tom's really impressed me with that. Sorba Thomas is another one. Joined from Boreham Wood for about 10k. He's in form at the minute. He's probably up there in the top 5 players in the league, based off form of what he's actually achieving with us right now. The numbers that he's bringing up in terms of chance creation is absolutely bonkers. To see from where he's come from, I think him. I've really been impressed with Colwell, the Chelsea lad as well, the centre half. Toffolo, he's always good for us really, but the keeper as well, Nichols, very very much. Marshall's the defenders, commands his box very well. He's a very good shot stopper. I think those players especially have been key for us so far.
We talk about, like I said, Forest. Like I always talk about, when people come in, rival fans come in, I always talk about how do you think as Forest have been. So as a Huddersfield fan, as you know, Forest have just recently sacked Houghton. We're bottom of the league. What do you think, on your opinion? Like, how do you feel as a rival fan about Forest?
I think it's a bit weird because I've always seen Forest as a team that if they're not up there, they're in the middle and they're staying in the middle, and that's as far as it really ever goes. If they're not up there like trying to battle for playoff space, they're sort of lurking in the middle, and it just stays with the middle. Really, it never goes further down than what I mean. It's never
I know.
Team for all. If it's a bad season, it's a mediocre season. But I'm shocked. I'm genuinely shocked. If you'd have asked me to put 3 people in the relegation spot, it would have actually been Derby. Was probably the first one that everyone put.
Yeah.
And now it's obviously Forest. I mean, there's still players in that squad that I do think are really good players, like Graben. I don't know why, but he just always seems to have a goal in him against us. I said it last year, and he scored the. No, was it last year or the season before? I think it was the season before when you beat us at our ground. Yeah,
3-1.
That's it. Yeah. I said on my preview, I said, Graben's going to score today, and then he scored. Oh God! But you've got some really talented players. I think Worrell's a great defender. I've heard brilliant things about Worrell. Obviously, Joe Lolly, I've seen firsthand what he's capable of. Brilliant player.
He's former Huddersfield player, if no one knows.
Yeah, and I've seen glimpses of that guy in the Championship, the Prem. So I think, do you know what it is? It's just some clubs just have bad runs, and it's down to the key players, the long-serving players, to sort of turn that around and help the rest of the team that might not be as motivated. But I think, you know what? It's just probably a case of so many bad managers one after another, or so many not suiting managers one after another, and it's just confused everyone in what system you want to play. Because from where I stand, 4-2-3-1's a pretty attacking formation. I've seen you play that a couple of times, but then to obviously have Houghton, who's a defensive coach, it kind of puzzled me, to be honest.
As I mentioned, like Houghton, he got sacked yesterday, but you lot are 6th in the playoffs. Aren't you worried a little bit? Like I said, with Houghton gone, the players might be more motivated now, and it always happens with some clubs. They might play good again. Aren't you a bit worried? I've
just posted a preview myself, and to be totally honest, I'm bearing that in mind with what I've said, sort of. And I think the thing with a manager getting sacked is it can go one of two ways. It means that they're either going to come out all guns blazing trying to get a result because they didn't want to play for him, or they're going to get absolutely battered. Now, obviously, as a Town fan playing you, obviously there's one of those I want to see.
Yeah.
But as Forest fans yourself, you want to see you come out all guns blazing, battling for the fans again. And I think, there's always that chance. You can never look. It looks, so clear cut now how this game could go out. From what we've been doing, people will suggest 3 or 4-0, but it's never that simple in this league. It really is. I mean, we've just beat Blackpool 3-0 and Fulham managed to lose to them.
Good result for you lot, wasn't it?
And Fulham managed to lose to Blackpool. God knows how. No disrespect to them, but I'm just sat there thinking, what? I've seen Fulham, and they're just like, this league is crazy. So although, I am slightly, worried it could have the reverse effect. I just hope we keep us composure, stick to our game plan, and just carry on as normal, and just, play for the 3 points, get the 3 points. That's what I'm hoping for, really.
I think like last time, when I said we've not got a good record at Huddersfield. I think we lost to you 2-0 last season, and we lost 2-1 when Fang was in. I think if anyone saw the vlogs out, was 2 years ago, and we've not got a good record at you. I think last time we beat you lot was 3-0. I think it was 3-0 in the league. I think it was Henderson and Jamie Patterson scored, but I'm gonna mention one player, and he loves scoring past Forest, and that's Jordan Rhodes. He used to play for Blackburn for Wednesday, but now he's back at Huddersfield. Are you confident he'll score past Forest? Like I said, he always scores past Forest.
Well, it's a bit of a weird one. He's currently injured.
Oh, come on! Yes!
So we've suffered with injuries as a big thing in the past 2 years. I think it's been really quite bad for us. But it just comes sort of like a long-term, I think, existing injury that he'd not really got sorted, and he decided to take the time out. I'm not perfectly sure if I've read that correct, but it was like a back fracture or something, and he needed to take 2 months out. So it is what it is. If that means that Jordan can come back stronger for the second half of the season, then that's obviously good for us. But yeah, that answers your question. He's injured. You won't be seeing Jordan Rhodes on the pitch tomorrow.
Oh god, I think we'll win now because he always scores past Forest any time. Like I think I don't even know. Like when he was at Sheffield Wednesday and he scored
the
4.
Hat-trick, yeah. He
scored a hat-trick in the first half in the bloody back. Was it 15 minutes?
That was crazy.
That was crazy. Right, 2 more questions, Brad. Let's talk about, like I just said, Huddersfield, the 6th in the Championship. What was your prediction of start of the season? But now has it changed now? Like, do you think you'll stay in the top 6, or do you think even the top 2? And even if I know the top 2 clubs are just strong,
I think we just have to wait and see. We've got what's dubbed as an easy running of games now. Yeah. But like I say, it's never, if we looked at it like that, then we'd never get anywhere, because the problem is we'll look at, some games and think, those were really difficult. We beat those. And automatically, just because we beat the good teams, that means we're going to beat the lower down teams. It's just not how this league works at all. I mean, maybe by, sort of like beginning, middle of November, we might get a bit of a clearer picture. But ultimately, the big factor is injuries, because, like I say, we've got key players at the minute. If Sorba Thomas gets injured, massive for us. It's massive. It's bad luck. The same happened to Josh Karoma last season against Sheffield Wednesday. In stellar form. He was scoring every other game, and then he got injured for until about April, and it's just massive. So I genuinely do think we could, aim for a top half finish, but we have to have what a lot of teams don't have: luck with injuries, luck with referees, which we, for the most part, certainly don't have. But the standard's bad for everyone, to be fair. But I mean, we just need a bit of luck, I reckon. Not as many injuries, and we can sort of aim for that top half. And by all means, if we're around there in November, and the chairman decides to invest in the idea that we could go up in January, by all means, he can do that. But for now, I think, top half, that's achievable and realistic.
Last but not least, I'll say as well, people, in the comments below, what's everyone's score prediction for the game tomorrow? I will do my score prediction tomorrow morning so everyone can see. Brad, what's your score prediction for tomorrow?
So I've said 2-0 Town. I don't think it's sort of realistic to expect a 4-0 because, we've just scored 4 goals against Reading at home. We've just scored 3 away at Blackpool with a loss in between that. So I think, although, you are bottom, it's going to be a case. I think you're going to come to us trying to get a draw. I genuinely think, you sack your manager. It just seems wrong to play a formation that wants to attack, because it's just another loss on the cards if you open up too much with our system. So I think you'll come to defend, and if you come to defend, you might sort of lower the amount you could concede by a couple. But I think 2-0 for us. I think Sorba Thomas is going to get another one. He's in brilliant form, and I do think that Harry Toffler will also score for us. He's also in brilliant form. Crazy performance against Blackpool the other night.
Bloody hell, so you are confident. So people as well, Brad's confident with a 2-0 win. I don't know. It's a strange one because our form's been shocking. Absolutely shocking. And now Hooton's gone. I personally think, I don't know. I've got to wait. I'll wait for this one. I'm not going to leave my position yet. I'll say
you'll
tomorrow.
Look at the lineups and then say it, because then you'll.
Yeah. No, I always do. When I see the lineup, I do it. So that's what I do.
Yeah.
But people, like I said, this is Brad Brabs. He's a Huddersfield vlogger, YouTuber as well. His link is below in the description. So people go and subscribe to him. And like I said, I love to promote other people's channel. Brad, thank you for taking your time to come on my channel. But like I said, I'll see you tomorrow if you're about.
Yeah. Just drop me a message like before the game or whatever, and I'll. Signal's a bit dodgy sometimes, but yeah, we'll probably bump into each other because it's the same end anyway. So
okay.
So yeah.
Right, Brad, it's been a pleasure, and I'll see you tomorrow, dude.
All right, cheers. Thanks very much. Take care, man.
Cheers, dude. Right, so that's Brad. Make sure everyone subscribes to the channel. Link is below. But like tomorrow, I am back tomorrow, people. I am back at Huddersfield tomorrow. So it's going to be mad one. Like I said, if anyone knows who's just been sacked, it's going to be a crazy day out. People, as well, before I go, if you are new to your channel, please do hit the subscribe button, like as well, and it's going to be a crazy one. Like I said, we're still waiting for an announcement of Forest announce a manager, and when we do, as you know, that I always will bring her out and bring the lads in as well. So as well, if you want to take part as well of coming on my channel and have your opinion about the club, please just send me a message on Instagram, Twitter, or any of my platforms that you do follow me on. But yeah, people, big game tomorrow. We need to win. We need to win tomorrow just to get out of this mess. But yeah, people, thank you for watching. Thank you as well, Brad, for coming on the channel. And as well, the vlog will be out. No, I do a review 9 o'clock tomorrow night. So I'll get a few people on as well. Thanks for everyone watching, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Peace and love.